Hi, my name is Amanda Rocha. I am an estate planning and probate attorney in California, and today I'm going to talk to you about what a trustee actually does. Before I get into that, I want to give you my contact information so you can reach me. You can find me on my website, www.amandarocalaw.com. You can find me on social media at Amanda Rocha Law, or you can comment down below if this platform allows you to do that. Now, the reason I want to talk to you about what a trustee actually does is because many of my clients ask me, who can be a trustee? Can it be my children? What do they actually have to do anyway? And also, most of my clients are creating what are called revocable trusts, which means that they are their own trustees during their lifetime. So they're also a trustee and they want to know what can they do and what can't they do. So I'm going to give you a general overview of what a trustee is and what they do. First, you have to have a trust to have a trustee. If you have a will, it's not a trustee in charge of it. That's a personal representative. And a trust is active during your lifetime, while a will is only active after you pass away. So, the trustee of a revocable trust is the grantor, the person or persons who are actually creating the trust. So you or you and your spouse, you'll be your initial trustees. You'll be in charge of your trust. You can make any changes that you want during your lifetime, whether you're adding property to your trust or taking it away, adding or taking away beneficiaries, including special terms for special needs children if they're born after you've created it, or many other things. You can amend it anytime you want. You can restate it completely anytime you want, or you can revoke it anytime you want, as long as you have capacity and you are not under duress to do so. I'm not going to unpack all of the duress and capacity issues in this video, but I can save that for another time. So hold me to it if you have any questions and I haven't posted that video yet. So what does a trustee do? So generally people want to know this in the context of their successor trustees, the people who take over after you become incapacitated or pass away. So you can name 1, 2, or 10 people. I mean, as many as you'd like. Most people name their spouse, if they're married, as a co-trustee and you guys have a joint trust. The other one will become sole trustee in the event something happens to the first spouse. But if you're single, or if something has happened to both of you, then you have successor trustees, usually 1 or 2, and they can work together if you want them to be co-trustees to step in when something has happened to the last person, the last grantor. If you are alive and incapacitated, that trustee has a duty to actually make the trust work for you and your beneficiaries. They have a duty of loyalty to the beneficiaries, but also to the grantor to make sure that any trust property that is generating income on your behalf will be used to support you during your lifetime. Depending on what your trust says, it could also be used for your beneficiaries during your lifetime. Most people want to know what happens when they pass away. What does the trustee do? Well, a trustee would first review trust documents, read them closely and carefully, consult with an attorney if they're unsure about what anything means. And just so you know, a trust is filled with legalese, so unless your trustee is someone who has done this before, they're generally not going to understand every term. And that is why I recommend that you have a trustee who either has counsel with an attorney prior to something happening, if they are not professionals, or you have someone who is either an estate planning attorney, a professional fiduciary, a CPA, somebody who is familiar with trust and legal terms. So first they review the trust documents, then they locate and secure all of the trust property, whether that's real estate or actual personal property. It can be your life insurance benefits, and a number of other monetary accounts. Then they identify the beneficiaries and determine their inheritance rights based on the trust. If there are beneficiaries that do not seem to be mentioned in the trust, that's a whole other issue that they have to figure out as well. Next, they identify who the creditors and debts are for the grantors. and whether there are any valid creditor claims. Then they prepare the trust estate property, pay any debts, and make distributions to the beneficiaries. Finally, if there is any kind of lawsuit or pending legal action, they're going to take that into effect ahead of time before paying out the beneficiaries as well, but they would handle anything that comes up after the trust property has been distributed. They don't cease to be your trustee once property is distributed. If something pops up later on, they're still your trustee and they can step into that role when they have to. If you have any questions about what a trustee does, who should be a trustee, or if you want someone who is named a trustee to chat with me about their duties and everything that they should do and maybe go over trust with them, I would be so happy to do so. So you can contact me through my website, www.amandarochalaw.com, through my social media at Amanda Rocha Law, or comment down below if this platform allows you to do that.